Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Ripple's XRP may surpass Bitcoin as store of value, Fintech lawyer says. This is the headline from crypto media outlet You Today. Brand new piece here. Of course, it really burns my biscuits when they write Ripple's XRP and they're not referencing that XRP which Ripple holds. But still, whatever. It's a fine article. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and run through this. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. It's the best thing you'll do today. And this is Super Bowl Sunday. So how many of you are more excited about listening to Moon Lambo today rather than watching that football game? Huh? I know you are. You're here for Moon Lambo. Come on. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down here. Arturo Portilla, and by the way, he used to have a Twitter account that many of you, I'm sure, will be familiar with, XRP Research Center. Twitter unjustly shut it down, claiming that he was impersonating someone, which was completely bogus. And so he then decided to start a new account with his actual identity there. But he's provided all sorts of incredible information to the XRP community, and I personally am appreciative. I've highlighted him on the channel many times. Seems like a rather sharp individual. I don't agree with him on everything, but generally speaking, yes. And I think he's rather intelligent, and he's definitely contributing. So not too surprising that he ultimately got picked up here by a crypto media story. Arturo Portilla, a fintech lawyer from Mexico, is bullish on XRP to become a better store of value than Bitcoin. He has posted this thought on his Twitter page, stating that detractors are only beginning to realize this. Yup. And I have long held this position. And here's what it is. Those cryptocurrencies that have real-world value, that is, there is utility, and they're actually being adopted for some sort of use case, those are the cryptocurrencies that will be here for the long haul. Those are the cryptocurrencies that people will invest in part, as a store of value, if not for other purposes. So that will be a piece of the puzzle here. And which cryptocurrencies are those going to be? Well, I can peg XRP at this point, pending something unforeseen and disastrous, as long as something like that happens, but I could not be more bullish on XRP, and given that I see it's actually being used in the world today, and actually used in the commercial production of XRapid, now known as on-demand liquidity, since October of 2018, businesses need it to conduct the business models that they're engaging in today. That's staying power. That offers, as a result, genuine, real staying power. And so Bitcoin, if nothing changes, look, people are going to figure this stuff out over time. And so I'm not saying that I'm not saying definitively that Bitcoin will go away. I'm not saying that it won't be a store of value. I'm saying that I'm highly skeptical of the concept of Bitcoin having a real staying power if you look out decades from now. Because it's not being used for anything. Now, if that changes, then I'll be the first to say, okay, it's getting used for A, B, C. Well, probably not three things. Even if it gets used for one thing, okay? but store value in and of itself, that is not enough. There needs to be actual utility here. And so for me, to me, it seems like a certainty based on the information available today. And as things develop, I'll change what I think is likely as developments occur, because we can't foresee everything. But if nothing were to change, I fully anticipate, based on crypto in 2020, that XRP would be number one market cap, and its use as a store of value would certainly surpass Bitcoin's use as a store of value again. And that's in a world where nothing changed, but that's not the real world. Things are always changing. There are a lot of moving parts here. So I believe that there will be a number of cryptocurrencies that have staying power. I just don't know what they're going to be. Outside of XRP, I could not be more confident of that. And I want to be clear, though, I'm also not offering financial advice, and no financial background here. I'm just sharing with you my everyday Joe Schmo opinion. Now, there's a subheading here titled, XRP Liquidity Index Rises. In his post, Portilla has attached 3 recent charts of the XRP Liquidity Index rising in the MXN, PHP, and USD corridors that work via the Bitso exchange, that's Mexico, and Coins.ph, which is in the Philippines, and the BTC Markets exchange, which is in Australia. And here's the actual tweet. You can see that he tweeted this in the evening yesterday. XRP will become a better store of value than Bitcoin. Detractors are just realizing this. And I think it will become more clear over time, but I don't think we're anywhere near it being the case where XRP surpasses Bitcoin in terms of in terms of a store of value. And again, this is coming from Mr. XRP Bull. It will, if nothing changes in that static environment. Of course, again, things aren't static. But it's just a matter of fact that there is more money in Bitcoin today. That's just an acknowledgement of reality. That's not some sort of huge negative against XRP. It's number 3 in market cap, and there's just not as much money in there. But I'm telling you, it's going to change. That's my firm opinion on this. Unless, again, like I said, there's some utility developed for Bitcoin, which I don't even know what the hell that would be. Even if Lightning Network worked, what you're gonna? So the world, it's gonna start using it as money. Like, that's a solution in solution in search of a problem. And for the majority of people in 2020, people are happy to spend their fiat currencies. So, and not that it's going to stay like that forever, but right now, I just don't see it. And Lightning Network doesn't work on top of that. Anyway, the piece continues. However, many users in the comment thread disagree with the lawyer and suggest that the best use case for XRP in the future would be what it is now, a bridge currency. As for the best store of value, they believe this status suits Bitcoin best. Curiously, the Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said in one of his 2018 interviews that he also believes Bitcoin to be a store of value and that he owns it. I own Bitcoin and I'm long Bitcoin, he stated back then. That's why I would love to pick Brad Garlinghouse's brain on that and figure out why he's long, given that it doesn't do anything else. I'm just genuinely curious because I love diversity of thought, and that's one thing. It's only thing I can think of off the top of my head as it relates to crypto where I'm like, I don't know about that, Brad. Because he's obviously a rather intelligent guy, very sharp, and I agree with him on the vast majority of his outlook on crypto, but that's the one thing that I could just think of off the top of my head where I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite as confident as you on that. I'm not necessarily long Bitcoin at this point, unless something changes here. But as far as the comments in the thread that they're citing here about the best use case for XRP, well, yeah, it says a bridge currency, but understand, where does the opportunity for it to be used as a bridge currency come from? Well, there has to be a pool of liquidity, which means that people have to be trading it and speculating on it, and some of those traders and speculators are probably going to stash some of it, so to me, it kind of goes hand in hand, so stating that it would just have to be one thing, a bridge currency, and not the other, a store of value, to me, that just doesn't ring true. It doesn't seem reasonable to me. All right, let's jump into the next piece now. Ripple Spring opens developer relations forum. Ripple Spring will launch a community webpage and forum referred to as Developer Relations or DevRel for its developer platform. Most of Spring's employees work on the engineering and product side of the table, explained a February 1st blog post on the Spring website. We think of DevRel as the ears and mouth of Spring, the post reads. Spring originally functioned as Ripple's investment branch. In October 2019, Ripple also launched a Spring developer platform, giving creators a venue for digitizing money. Several months later, in December 2019, Spring added features to its platform, including SDK, which added compatibility for programmers' apps. Now, according to the blog post, Spring mentioned communicating with builders via content, events, and support. And Spring aims to present developers with helpful materials like sample code and tutorials. The blog post also mentioned hosting conferences as well as giving technical support, all in an effort to engage the community around the Spring platform. So it just goes back to the concept of Ripple could not be more supportive in general of the XRP ecosystem. Near the end of 2019, Cointelegraph also covered Spring's investments into several endeavors, including Bread Wallet and Swedish startup Toho Labs, if I'm saying that right. Or is it Toho? I don't know, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce half this crap, especially when you start putting an X at the beginning of the word, whatever you call it, like some or Spring. How many people out there, when they saw Spring, which is spelled XPRING, how many people said Xpring? Like 100%, okay? And then we see XUMM. How do you pronounce that? Exum? No, it's some. So you're supposed to know to just that's the X is actually an S. You're just supposed to know that now, I guess. I don't know. I'm just teasing. I'm giving a hard time. But Cointelegraph reached out to Ripple for additional details, but received no response as of press time. This article will be updated accordingly should a response come in, but it currently has not. All right, next. I came across this in my Twitter feed. This is from XRP Army. Hashtag XRP community is celebrating the emergence of an increasing number of on-demand liquidity corridors and a never-ending utility. At that time, BTC Maxi was celebrating the appearance of Bitcoin Emoji on Twitter. You gotta love that. Yes, XRP is definitely a useless S-word coin because it doesn't even have a Twitter emoji. Gotta love that. I can appreciate that sarcasm there. But who knows? Maybe there will one day be an XRP emoji on Twitter. But don't hold your breath for that one because Jack Dorsey, he's all in on Bitcoin. Let's just say that. All right, last piece for this article. This is not an article. This is a video. Did you know that? The more you know. All right, crypto ransomware paralyzes California school district. A crypto ransomware attack shut down the Mountain View Los Altos school district servers and phone system on Wednesday. The malicious software demanded Bitcoin as ransom to restore service. You know what? I take it back. There is utility to Bitcoin. To ransom people. There you go. Oh, Lord. So there's the subheading here. District operations have been frozen. By shutting down file access on the district's servers, the crypto ransomware has created tremendous problems for teachers and administrators. Many classroom activities, such as exams and presentations, have had to be halted. Additionally, fraudulent activity on district credit cards has taken place, which is believed to be tied to the attack. Whether or not sensitive student data has been compromised remains unknown. The software involved, known as Soden Okabli, yeah, I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. Hell if I know. Moon Lambo ain't no goddamn idea. Likely comes from Russia or China. It emerged in 2019 and has since proliferated across the globe. For example, in January, this malware hit the London-based TravelX exchange company demanding in United States dollars $6 million worth of crypto. The Mountain View Los Altos administration is seeking help from Kroll, a cybersecurity company, but states that the system will likely be offline when school resumes on Monday morning, and it promises to give regular updates on Facebook and Twitter. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. Cold hard facts, man. That is just science. Grandpappy just knows what he's talking about. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much, my friend, for stopping by. You're a rock star, and I appreciate the support. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a simple XRP bot. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!